Hi guys, I was going through some of my videos and I noticed that I did one about this pack about 5 years ago, some of the mods I've made. So I thought, well, it's been 5 years and it's been all over the place and we've done all sorts in it. I thought I'd give it an honest review. To recap, the mods I've done, at the moment, is taking the straps that came with it off, because they were bloody awful and uncomfortable. Attached the British Army PLCE webbing yoke, nice wide straps, bit of padding in there. Down here, still haven't got around to doing the buckles and that I was going to do yet. But yeah, this is all glued and taped so it stays there. Trial and error on that, same as this one. And then stabilised. There's a little side bits here that basically tap it. The bag itself is an East German assault pack. It's about 12 by 12 square, around a 5-6 inch gusset, side not width. It's actually a really good little bag. What is, I'll open it up, show you some of the features, some of the outside features. Handle, carry handle. This is for attaching straps to put more kit through. I use this to attach things I need to get quick. Like I might tie my hat loop around there or something. Sturdy pair of leather gloves. Underneath, it's got a set of D-rings here. These are the bottom of the straps for the webbing. Under here I usually have my poncho or my tarp line, tarp tied to the bottom here. Also can be tied to the top for these rings. It's actually more comfortable up here because you can put it through top rings as well, so it stays more central. A little bit for putting your name tag in. These buckles are quite effective. Keep it nice and compact. The inside is lined with this waterproofing material. This is made of cotton, quite a heavy cotton, but it's lined this waterproofing stuff, which is actually really good. I've had this out in some quite bad weather and never got too badly wet in here. Unfortunately, it does get a little bit wet in here. So it doesn't quite, but more than manageable. Like nothing gets drenched. And then the inside of it, got these two flats which come over the top to keep everything in and keep it compact. Stop it flaring out. So that's quite good. On the inside there's a fully waterproof lining. This does, at the moment I have a piece of sleep pad in here to give it a bit of rigidity. It goes up to here. I also use it as a seat. Wherever I stop, this comes out and I use it as a seat. But I've cut it to the size so it's square to the bottom and it goes all the way to the top here. But this plastic sheet does actually come up to make the whole bag waterproof, and you can fold it down, but it is actually fully lined in there. How that's going to come across. It goes all the way around and it's sealed at the bottom with this, so you can bring this up, fold it over the stuff and keep it completely waterproof. It's a very good design, actually, a very good design. You can actually fit quite a lot in this bag. This is what I tend to carry for a day trip. Depending on what I'm doing, might add a tarp if I'm get the time onto the bottom. Mess tins, cooker kit, some tinder. It's currently drying at the moment. All kinds of paracord, essential med kit, map. In there is a meal bank, and in there is a compass. Again, depending on what I'm doing. That tends to go with me everywhere so I can mark spots. Plastic cup for drinking, metal cup for boiling, water bottle. And it all fits quite snug and well into the pack. Oh, there's a tip for you. When you've got these bottles, I'm sure a lot of people will know this. The metal cup fits on the bottom, and the plastic cup will happily fit on top, and that whole thing will go in a PLC water bottle pouch. And that way you don't burn your lip when you cook on this. Learned that quite quickly. So yeah, there's that. So usually, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this actually. I have, see if it makes it work. You can pack these quite well, but they've also, I mean, I'm going to go through the pros and cons in my opinion at the end, but usually I have mess tins. Sorry about my phone cut off. So first, mess tins, and beside that, push right down, is cup, bottle, cup and bottles, go there. Alright, to the side, the flat bit against there so it doesn't warp. And my cooker kit. I just got one of those new Dragon's Fire or something. Burners, you know, like the old army ones. Map goes. Maps go flat against my body. I'll have to do that in a minute. And then med kit on top of there. I tend to push that in there so that I can get to it when I do my shelter and things. I'm doing this on my phone, sorry. Quite cack-handed. Yeah, that gets put in there. Med kit goes on top. Map, etc. gets pushed down the front there. Keep it nice and flat. I think I'm able to do that one-handed though. So yeah, I mean, you can pack quite a lot in these bags. They're quite deceptively big. I mean, you can't. That's one of the benefits, I would say. You can't overpack it easily. Well, what I've done, I had to pause it for a second. I got this wrong. The map goes against my back because it keeps it flat. Cooker kit and fire kit in here. Bottles and cups at the bottom on my mess tins. Paracord just goes in the front here. And then med kit. I mean, it's nothing extensive, it's just got plasters and bits and pieces. And then my tinder. I'm drying out at the moment. Then obviously these go across. Keep the tension here. And then that's pulled over. Top's pulled over. Pulled down, keep it all tense in there. Out here I keep a nice pair of leather gloves. I've had these for years and years. You can see them. This is how I found out you don't want to drink from a metal cup. And then on the front, I've got a GPS. Attached to my front of my yoke on my shoulder, I've got a Garmin E-Trex GPS. I mainly carry this because I can mark interesting spots that I find, and then I can navigate back to them. So I can't always remember where they are. Like if I find something interesting, like another pillbox or a potential campsite or something, I can use this to get back to that spot. So yeah, that just goes on the front there. It is tethered because I only dropped it in the river, so now I tether everything. And sometimes I have a compass on this side, again depending on what I'm doing, if I'm working out maps and things like that. But yeah, that's what I tend to carry. Right, some of the pros and cons I found with this bag. I'll start with the pros, to be honest. Its build quality is really good, and it's cheap. I think I paid £10 for this. Mind you, that was 5 years ago, so I don't know if it's gone up or not now. But the build quality it's really good. It's been everywhere with me. Not showing that much signs of wear and tear and things. The build quality is good. It is relatively modular, like you can add things to it. There are actually side pockets that do attach here, and you can use they have like ammo pouches and grenade pouches, etc, etc, etc. You can fit to this using either the D-rings or looping them through. So I mean, it's not super modular. You can attach it to a variety of things. I've actually at one point used this for airsoft, going back many years now, and I had this and a very light load, like just water and food, attached to a plate carrier, because you can put this through the molly. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it is possible. So yeah, I mean, it's quite a good little backpack. It's not too heavy. I mean, obviously that does depend on what you put in it, but empty, it's not super heavy considering how thick the canvas is and how good the quality is. And it stores well. I mean, I've had this is kept in my shed, and you know, it gets damp and things like that, and I've had no problems with it at all. No rips, tears, no weakness to the fabric. The stitching's good. It does have a few carry options, like I've had my poncho rolled up in a 58 poncho roll, put on the bottom of here, attached, tied here. I've had my tarp attached to the bottom here. I have jackets rolled up attached to the bottom there. So that's quite good. And up here, I mean, as I said earlier, the best place to put your tarp, because of how weighty it is on top, I find. So you can tie it properly down, so it doesn't move so much. But overall, I've got to say, this bag is great. I really would recommend it as a day pack. I know it's not fancy and it's not super ultra lightweight, and it's not modern and stuff like that, but it is a really well built bag. Some of the cons, I would say, the strapping system that comes with it is awful. This is really thin. They're about this thickness, grey, I don't know what you call them, straps that are kind of rubberized. Got like almost like a rubberized cover over them, but they're really thin and really awkward. And it attaches, I mean, obviously it'd probably go better if you had the whole webbing set that it's supposed to attach to, because it attaches down here and hooks and everything like this, and it's not dissimilar to this, but like a lot thinner. It's almost got like a Y come here instead of all this mesh. The straps are awful. They really are awful. It's not a great all-in-one bag. It's a great for single days out, or even like a single night out. You could probably fit enough in there for that. Just bust the sides and things. Other cons are, I suppose, compared to more modern stuff, it's heavy. I mean, I don't find it heavy, but then I've had it a long time, and you've used it a lot, so you get used to it, don't you? I don't know how easy these are to source anymore. The time when I got them, they were all over the market. But if I had a chance, I'd definitely buy another one. The other, another con I suppose you could say is there's not a great deal of room on the inside. It is, you know, a day trip kind of bag and things like that. Just trying to think of, because I really haven't got that much bad to say about this bag. It's an absolutely fantastic little day sack. I think I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you found that helpful somewhat, and enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'd also like to add, just to the end of this video, that the pan, although it doesn't look it, I found is quite effective where I go. In the brush, and even I know it's supposed to look like a tree, but it is actually quite effective in English woodlands in the right settings. I find it quite effective. I'm going to be doing more of these sort of reviews and bits and pieces like that, and showing some kit and stuff. In case anybody was wondering, I about the shooting and things like that, I won't be doing any of that for a while because both my air rifles need servicing. I am going to do it myself. I just need to get parts. The seal's gone on my Relum, and the seal's going on my 177. Trying to source parts at the moment is proving expensive and hard. Yeah, that's it. Cheers, guys. See you next one.